Luke Albert Sama, your gift is, let's see, village building. At the priest's announcement, the whole crowd gathered in the largest cathedral in the Albert territory went silent. Both sons of Lord Albert, the lord of the territory, were set to receive their gifts today, so it was no surprise that people from within the territory and even people from outside of it were most interested in witnessing this important ceremony. Village building. What kind of gift is that, though? I unconsciously raised my voice and asked so. Yes, I was none other than Luke Albert. I was born as the eldest son of Lord Albert, and thus was always expected to inherit the territory from my father. So for me, receiving a gift today was the thing to seal the deal. I'm afraid I don't know. I've never heard of such a gift before, but it doesn't sound like a gift suited for combat. That much I can say. The priest, with some hesitation, replied so. No. Not everyone could receive a gift. It was something that the gods bestowed on only a select few at the age of 12. And among those gifts, those that could be used for combat were the most wanted. Especially in the times we were living where the power of the royal family has declined, and lords were fighting for each other's territories. And because they were expected to lead troops in battle, a lord or someone who belonged to the family of a lord would want such battle-oriented gifts the most. My father was blessed with the gift called Master Swordsmanship. My father, who had both this high-ranking swordsmanship gift and the courage to cut through enemy front lines himself, was now well known throughout the country. He was originally just a viscount, but in just one lifetime, he was able to expand his territory to the point that his domain could rival those of other, higher-ranking lords. It would be no exaggeration to say that his gift played a vital role in that. Because one's heritage greatly influenced the gift they could receive, it wouldn't have been a surprise if I was blessed with the same gift as my father. And given that my mother possessed swordsmanship herself, it was said my chances of getting master swordsmanship as a gift was roughly 80%. I then fearfully looked at my father. Until just a few life-changing moments ago, he was looking at me expectantly. Now, though, his gaze was blank as though he had lost all interest. As for my mother, she was looking at the sky with what could be described as a dumbfounded expression on her face. You're in the way, brother. It's my turn next, move aside. The one to push me aside was Raoul, my younger brother. Well, my younger half-brother, to be more accurate. I was the son of a legal wife, whereas he was the son of a concubine. His mother was formerly a maid, so even as a concubine, her social status wasn't that high. More importantly, because she didn't possess a gift at all, Raoul's chances of receiving master swordsmanship was less than 10%. Even getting swordsmanship was a 50-50 chance for him. As such, unlike for me, expectations for Raoul wasn't much. Raoul Albert Sama, your gift is. What's this? Your gift is master swordsmanship. Because Raoul was blessed with the same gift as father, the cathedral's reaction this time was the exact opposite of their reaction to my gift. Utter excitement. Oh, heh. Father, smiling from ear to ear, rushed to Raoul's side and hugged him tightly. Tears of joy flowed from his mother's eyes, whereas my mother's eyes were filled with hopelessness. Just like that, my whole world was turned upside down. For a long while, due to my shock, I was unable to anything but stand there like a fool. I'm going now, father, mother. I was by myself, but still whispered so as I boarded the carriage. No one was there to see me off. My father and mother were a given, but not even a single servant of our family was here. But then again, why would they be here? There was nothing to be gained from seeing off someone who not only failed to become the next lord, but also was being sent away to a remote place. I knew even from before that people were being nice to me simply because I was supposed to be the future lord, yet this still made me felt so lonely. At any rate, the place where I was headed was the uninhabited wasteland to the north of the Albert territory. Due to the dangerous creatures in the area as well as the land being terribly infertile to begin with, efforts of cultivating the land were abandoned each and every time. My purpose in being sent here, to do that impossible task. Chapter 2. The one to suggest that I be sent to develop the wasteland was my step-brother Raoul. It was next to impossible to develop such a horrible place, so it was only a mission in name. In reality, it was me being exiled. Be it from starvation or from the monsters in the area, there was a high likelihood of my death. Yet, no one, not even my mother, raised an objection. To them, I was such a disappointment that dying horribly and alone was the fate I deserved. Luke, the gift you got was called village building, right? Then developing this wasteland should be easy. Jaya ha ha ha. Even now, I can still hear Raoul's laughter. Perhaps it was because he was always being ostracized that he grew up have a twisted personality. But then again, maybe someone with his disposition might just be what was needed in this turbulent time. To be frank, I wasn't quite fond of fighting. I had been trained with the sword and was able to get proficient in a short amount of time, but the act of killing people just didn't sit well with me. My instructor would often remark, "You're talented, but you're just too kind, Luke-sama." We've arrived. Along with that announcement, the carriage stopped. About a week had passed since I left home, but only now did we reach the wasteland I was banished to. I've been told what this place is like, but it's somehow worse. All around me was a wasteland. There were scarcely any plants, and most of the mountains that dotted the place were bald and rocky. The only saving grace were the forest to the north and the lush mountain range to the east. However, these were also where the monsters lived. The monsters liked those places, so they rarely ventured outside, but rarely is not as good as never. Once the luggage was dropped off as well, the carriage quickly departed. There was only one servant that stayed behind with me. "Luke-sama, it's just like we've heard. There really is nothing out here." Her name was Milia. I had never asked for her age, but if I had to guess, I would say she was probably around 20. She had beautiful black hair and a great sense of style. She was tall too. She was my personal maid, but that was before I was banished here. She was an excellent maid and was therefore an important personnel at my father's castle, so she didn't have to come with me at all. "You sure about this? I mean, you can make head maid sooner or later if you stayed." "What are you talking about, Luke-sama? When I became your personal maid, I swore an oath that no matter what happens, I will continue serving by your side. Those feelings haven't changed. Milia, to think that there was someone who would care for me like she does." Mina turned around and giggled. "Fu, after all, I love young boys too much. And you, Luke-sama, are my perfect type." "Gufufu." Huh? Did a chill just run down my spine? Nah, must be my imagination. Yeah, that must be it. Well then, Luke-sama, it might be too sudden, but I believe you have to choose between two options. Two options? Yes. The first is live off the land. At the moment, our supplies can last up to maybe a month. We can cultivate the land and farm, but as you can see, the land is terribly barren. Even if we somehow make it work, harvesting enough for the two of us within a month's time is unbelievable at best. Of course, we can hunt and forage in the forest over there, but, well, either way, it'd be extremely difficult. Once again, I thought of what an outrageous place I was sent to. The other option is for us to escape from here and go to some faraway city. No one's here to stop us or even tell on us, so it'll be an easy thing to pull off. Somehow, I got the feeling that Milia was suggesting the second option, which made sense since it was the more practical option. I would have gone with it right away, but I had something I wanted to try first. My gift, village building. I never really learned how to use it after I received it. I don't even have an idea what it does. I didn't know how, but I just knew my gift would be useful at this moment. Chapter 3. Make a village here? Such words suddenly appeared at the edge of my vision. Eh? What was that just now? Luke-sama? That look? No, it can't be that he saw the face I made, right? No. Anything but that. If he saw that wretched face I made, he'd surely come to hate me. I didn't know why Milia looked like she was panicking, but even more mysterious than that was the reason why those words appeared. Because it's possible to make a village here. Wah! The words changed. Is it possible that it read my thoughts? Let's see. Just who are you? Your guide to using your gift, rural development. It answered my question. But a guide for my gift? I've never heard of such a thing, though. Luke-sama. Are you talking to yourself? Has your cruel circumstance made you go? Luke-sama, there is no need for you to worry about a thing, for I am here by your side. No, I'm fine. Completely fine. It's just that it seems like my gift is activated. I hurriedly explained as much as I could to the worried Milia in front of me. Let's see, if you're a guide, do you know what my gift does? Just as its name might imply, it allows you make and develop a village. This place has no owner, so it's possible to make a rural village here. It would seem like the reason why my gift hasn't activated before was that I was in a place that already had an owner. I still don't really get it, but I guess I should give it a try. Yes, make a village here. In the next moment, the ground beneath me became perfectly leveled. This was the case within the 100 radius circular area around me. Beyond that, though, everything stayed the same. The village has been made. Would you like to check the status of the village? Status? I wasn't sure what it meant, but I agreed anyways. When I did, words appeared in my vision. Luke's village. Village level, 1. Village points, 50, 10 points are gained per day. Number of villagers, 0. Village skills, none. What are these? The current status of your village. What's this? Village level. The current level of the village. By gathering a certain number of villagers, the level of the village will rise. What about this? Village points. These points can be spent to install various facilities in the village. You currently gain 10 points per day. This amount depends on the current number of villagers as well as the village level. By improving those values, the number of points earned per day will increase. Facilities? Would you like to check the facilities that you can install at the moment? I nodded and another set of words appeared in my vision. Shed, 20. Flower bed, 20. Watchtower, 20. Storehouse, 20. Earthwork, 20. Earthen wall, 20. Canal, 20. Field, 20. Water well, 20. Small house, 50. What? What is this? The list of facilities you can build right now. Each facility has its village points cost next to it. More facilities will be available by increasing the village level. It was just explained to me, but I still wasn't sure what it all meant. I mean, spend points to build houses and fields? How does that work? There was no doubt that these facilities were necessary to my mission, but this just sounded too good to be true to me. It is recommended to try it out instead of needlessly overthinking it. That's a little too forceful, don't you think? But fine. If you say I should try it, then I'll try it. Here goes nothing. I scanned the list again. Not all items cost the same. While a hut would only cost 20 points to make, a small house required 50 points. If I were to build a house, it would consume all the points I had at the moment. So, for the sake of this experiment, I decided to make a shed instead. And so, I selected where it would be built, and then just prayed that it would work. 20 village points will be consumed to build a shed. In the next moment, a small wooden infrastructure appeared. I and Milia shouted in surprise. It really was built. It was a shed, so it was rather small. I tried to peek inside, but there was nothing at all in there. There was no bed or any furniture. There wasn't even a single window. Even so, now we didn't have to worry about wind or rain so much. If we tried to build this ourselves, it would doubtlessly take in a lot of time and effort. Plus, it might not have turned out to be as good. Luke-sama, is this? Yeah, it's somehow due to my gift. My gift, village building, might actually be useful.